Hello and welcome to this week's Insight Meditation Reading Group. Tonight we'll be doing a 30-minute guided meditation, preceded by a brief instruction. If this is your first time here tonight, welcome. We're happy to have you. I do not pretend to be a great teacher, nor any sort of guru. Think of me as a friend, a meditation buddy. I simply come to share the things that I have learned from others, things that I've learned from my own experiences through my years of meditation and my many intensive meditation retreats around the world. I do not pretend to be an expert or to know everything. I'm simply sharing in a spirit of friendliness. I help facilitate the Palm Beach Meditation Reading Group, and as such, during these COVID-19 times, we provide these guided videos weekly to help keep the community together and to help remind us to practice. And if this is our returning group members, as always, welcome. We hope to be able to practice again together soon. As usual, I will begin the brief instruction followed by the 30-minute guiding. This week it has been requested to do a little bit more of the body scan technique, so look forward to that. The body scan is a simple practice of bringing awareness through the body part by part. It is an aid in concentration and helps to relax the body. The mind and body are interconnected, and as such, when we relax the body, we also relax the mind. And once our mind is relaxed and still, we'll find it easier to concentrate, easier to find what's really going on in our minds. If you wish to know reality, sit down and observe it. On to the instruction. This is insight or Vipassana Meditation, which is to see clearly. We practice to see clearly. Practice to see reality as it is, our mind as it is. Like a scientist, we observe without bringing anything to the experiences, bringing no judgment, no bias, no preconceived notions. Observe like you are a beginner, like you know nothing, as though this was the first time. Be curious and investigate experiences. Now, when I say investigate, I don't mean intellectualizing, theorizing, or thinking about the details of the experience, such as if you hear a sound, don't start thinking about who specifically made this sound and why are they doing it and what brought them to this point in their life. No. Rather, investigate the sound itself, how it arises in the mind, how it passes, and how it changes and disappears, perhaps. Is the sound one experience or many? What happens in the mind directly after hearing the sound? Is there a certain set of reactions or steps in the mind that take place after a sound? observe each sound and the reactions afterwards keenly like this. At first, this may seem impossible. However, once the mind becomes more and more still, we will be able to note and observe more and more subtle and fast experiences. To begin, we simply try to observe whatever is at the forefront of our awareness, noting it with a soft, silent mental label. We label any sound as hearing. So a sound occurs, simply silently say, hearing, 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 like a mantra. If an image arises, seen, 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 until the image leaves or changes. In lieu of any sounds or images or wandering thoughts, we observe the breath in insight meditation. What is the breath? It is nothing more than an amalgamation of physical experiences. Take a deep breath in and out, observing what it feels like to actually breathe moment by moment. What is it you feel? Each breath, you may feel something different. Each meditation session can be different as well. Never feel bored with the breath. It is always changing. We use the breath as our home base. It is always there. We're always breathing. And so we can always come back to it, no matter how early or how far along in the meditation session we are. We focus on the movements of the abdomen, how the breath rises and falls in the stomach. The reason being is not that this area is anything magical. It is simply where, when we are the most relaxed, the breath tends to settle into the abdomen and is the most easily discernible. As we observe the rising and falling of the breath, note rising, rising, falling, falling, noting in a manner that you feel is appropriate and helps you stick to the experience. Some people find it useful to count cycles of breaths from 1 to 10. Rising, falling, 1. Rising, falling, 2. This is a useful aid in concentration and should be used when the mind feels especially restless and difficult to concentrate. But once the mind settles into concentration, try to simply stick with the simple rise and fall. If wandering thoughts arise, try to be mindful of the thought the moment it appears, just like a sound. Be aware of it as soon as it enters awareness. And label it thinking, thinking. A thought is just a thought. They arise and pass all on their own. However, if we're not mindful, they can carry us along. If you find yourself swept away by a thought, simply jump off the thought at the next train platform and let it keep on rolling while you stand and watch it go. Do not think of the sounds or thoughts as interruptions of your breath practice or your meditation. They are the practice. The practice is that mindfulness that is aware of the object as it arises. So when a sound suddenly appears, or a thought suddenly appears, or you find yourself swept away, once that mindfulness touches upon them, be glad. Like, oh, good. I was aware of the object. Thinking. Relax and move on to the next object. That is a key thing to remember, is that all of this is not to overcomplicate or to add too much thinking to the whole process. We are trying to cultivate a state of mind, to cultivate a way of thinking, a way of being. Non-judgmental moment-to-moment awareness. It can take heroic effort to do so, especially in the beginning. You may feel tired or sleepy, restless or agitated. Be aware of these things too, as they arise. Find balance in the mind. Be aware of any state that is there behind your experiences. Sometimes these states are subtle and rapid, occurring like background noise. Sometimes it's useful to settle back in the meditation and see if you can tease out some of these more subtle experiences that are ongoing. Is there a subtle flavor of frustration in your mind? A tint of anger to all experience? A nagging doubt? Be aware of them all with the same attention we give the breath. And now, after my brief quote-unquote instruction, let's get on to the meditation. As I mentioned, it will be 30 minutes, so please find a comfortable posture. Adjust your legs and seat the best you can so that you can last the 30 minutes. If you must adjust your posture, please do so slowly and mindfully. Now, let us begin tonight's meditation. With our bodies comfortable and our eyes softly closed, let us bring awareness to our surroundings. To the sounds around us. Be aware of the sounds without trying to identify them Allow the sounds to exist as a sort of background ambience. Feel the air of the room. Feel the temperature on the skin. Feel the pressure of gravity gently pressing the body down into the chair or cushion, gently pulling the shoulders and arms down into the lap. Allow gravity to do its work, letting the body relax, letting the body soften. Feel the gentle movements of the body. The gentle rise and fall of the stomach. The slight sway of the body with each breath. Feel the pulse of the heartbeat. Feel the flow of blood, oxygen, or energy through the body, ebbing and flowing with each breath and each heartbeat. As we breathe, each breath brings us further and further into stillness and relaxation. With each out-breath, we feel the body relaxing. With each in-breath, we draw in positive energy, oxygen, and energizing all the cells of the body. Breathe in, energizing. Breathe out, relaxing. If you know that you are in a state of restlessness or tiredness, you can emphasize one aspect of the breath in a way that balances the mind. So if you're restless, breathe in a way that's relaxing. If sleepy or tired, breathe in a way that brings energy and light to the body. Bring attention to the sensations of the head. Feel the sensations around the skull, the back of the head, the temples, the forehead. Simply be aware and observe the sensations here. Allow them to be without trying to change. With each out-breath, allow this part of the body to soften. Breathing out, feel the head relaxing. Breathing out, releasing any tightness or tension we've been holding there. Bring attention to the face. To the sensations around the eyes, the muscles around the mouth, the cheeks, the nose. With each breath, feel the face relaxing. Breathing out, allow the face to rest. Allow the eyes to soften. Bring awareness to the neck. Feel the sensations around the spine. Checking for balance, checking for tension or stress. Observe whatever is there. And as we observe, feel it relaxing all on its own with each out-breath. Feel it soften and melt. All that stress and tension moving downwards with gravity. Melting away, leaving the neck feeling relaxed. Feel the shoulders. Feel the arms. the hands and fingers. Breathing out, feel them relaxing. Feel the gentle pull of gravity weighing down the arms, letting the shoulders naturally drop. Breathing out, feel the arms completely relaxing. Bring awareness to the area of the back, to the muscles, the spine, the waist. Observe the sensations as they occur there. Focusing on whichever sensations are most prominent in each moment. Observe how each sensation moves and changes with each breath. What was once tight becomes softer as we breathe out. Where once was stress, as we breathe out, we find it relaxing, softening. Finding it at rest. Breathing out, allow the back to rest. Breathing out, feel the back relaxing. Letting go of any tightness we've been holding there. Feel all of that tightness and stress moving downward, melting away. Feel the waist, the butt, legs, knees, and feet. Observe whatever sensations are the most prominent here. And with each breath, we observe them relaxing. Breathing out, Feel the lower parts of the body softening. Breathing out, feel them relaxing. Letting go of all the tightness and tension, allowing it to melt away into the floor. Feel the body, feeling for any remaining spots of tension or tightness, and allowing the breath to soften it. Breathing out, feel the body relaxing. Breathing out, allow the body to rest. Feeling that the body is empty, with no muscles, no bones, nothing except for this relaxed feeling. Bring awareness now to the gentle sensation of movement in the stomach. Observe the gentle rising and falling of the breath, noting softly, gently, mindfully each breath. Rising, rising, falling, falling. Stick with the breath continuously. Start with small goals. Stick with the breath for at least 3 consecutive rising and falling without wandering or losing track. What do you feel? What do you observe with the breath? Do you find it pleasurable? Uncomfortable? feel like you must now control the breath, you're thinking about it too much. All of these are fine. Simply know that you are experiencing these things. You can observe the physical sensation of the breath, the pleasure that arises from observing the breath, the discomfort that arises from observing the breath. Whatever aspect is there. Observe without fabrication, without judgment, simply letting it be. Watching as an unmoved observer. Equanimous as the sea. Watching each momentary experience crash upon the shore of awareness like so many waves. Bubbling and fading away one by one, breath after breath. Stay mindful. Noting experiences and returning to the breath. Be mindful, aware of each breath, aware of the mind's reactions, aware of the joy of meditation, the relaxed feeling permeating every cell of the body. As we come to the end of tonight's meditation, feel free to continue if you like, or if this is the end of the session for you, gently bring awareness to the body, to the sensations in the feet and knees and back. However, don't rush to move or change your posture. If your legs are asleep or there is pain in the body, practice non-judgmental awareness with it first. Be aware of the changing nature of the sensations. Practice observing them without trying to change them, accepting them. And then slowly and gently, mindfully, open your eyes and stretch your legs. Adjust your posture to become comfortable. May you carry this mindfulness throughout your evening or day. May you all be at ease and comfort and at peace. And may you all find freedom from suffering.